I'm Niall from GulfStream Boats. Today I want to show you around a 2008 Galeon 485. The boat's in immaculate condition. We sold the boat brand new to its one and only owner. It has been serviced and maintained religiously. It's been wintered every year in our facility here indoors. It's got a Mercury 60 horsepower EFI fuel injected 4-stroke outboard engine. It's got a really nice spec and the boat's in immaculate condition. Comes complete with a UK spec SBS road trailer. There's a tonneau cover for it. It's got a little fish finder, depth sounder, and it's a great little day boat, sort of come fishing boat, and it's even got enough performance to pull a water toy or something as well. So we're going to take a really close look at the boat. We're going to walk around it, show you all the features inside, and show you the condition that this one's in. Back in 2008, 2009, we were the Northern Ireland dealer for Galeon boats, and they are a fantastic boat. They're built in Europe, they're built in Poland, and they make motor cruisers right up to, I think it's about 70 odd feet now, and the quality of the construction is really top notch. They're not your sort of typical Eastern European built to a price boat. These are properly put together. They've really solid little hulls. They're well designed, and they use UK designers for the vast majority of the range, and everything from the fixtures and fittings to the stainless steel work, it's all done in-house, the stainless steel work and everything, and it's really top quality. If you take a look at the Galeon range of motor yachts, you'll see the sort of standard of fit and finish that's evident throughout the range. But this one's no exception, and this one is in really top-notch condition. Like I said, it's benefited from a very thorough maintenance schedule. The owner was really meticulous about keeping up with his engine servicing, because it was sold with a 5-year warranty from new, which was dependent upon having a year service or an annual service every year. So that was done every year, as well as the boat being fully validated and detailed and stored indoors over the winter. And that means that the gel coat retains its original shine. All the stainless steel work is completely on mark. And just taking a walk down along the side of the boat here, you can see the sort of condition that it's in. There's no gel coat damage anywhere around the boat that I can tell. The rub rails are in really good condition. The stainless steel work looks the part. All the cleats and everything are in great shape. Even the graphics on the hull are immaculate as well. The boat was kept on the River Foyle here in Derry, so it was really local to us. It's sort of brackish water. It's not full fresh water, but it's not salt water either, so it means that there's no real corrosion anywhere around the boat. It's anti-foiled, been anti-foiled every year. We just tied it up around the edges, around the waterline, just to sort of bring, spruce it up a little bit, but it will need a full fresh coat of anti-foiling paint before it's launched in the spring. But really nice condition throughout here. So taking a look down along the starboard side as well, it's in great shape. Like I said, the stainless steel works perfect. There's no marks or damage on the gel coat to point out. The graphics are in really good shape. I really like the look of this boat as well. I think this high level window, the sort of nice sweeping lines to it, really set the boat off. And you got, it's a black frame surrounding it, black surrounding on the windshield and stuff. It's really modern looking. It's a 2008 boat with only 150 hours on the clock, so it really does look the part. This boat is fitted with a Mercury 4-stroke 60 horsepower outboard engine. It was brand new in 2008. It was sold with a full 5-year warranty and has that service history that I've mentioned a couple of times. So it's a full 5-year service history. There's a full winterised and service done at the end of every season, right up to date. And the engine's been extremely reliable for the owner. He only has just under 150 hours, 149 hours on the clock. It's whisper quiet at idle, so it's nice and quiet if you're just tooting it up and down the river at slow speed. And it's also really fuel efficient as well, being a 4-stroke version. But it gives the boat a really good turn of speed whenever you want to get up on the plane, and if you are pulling a towable or you want to just go faster, it can do that really well. The boat sort of runs comfortably on the plane at around about 20 miles an hour. If you open it up to full throttle, it gets up to around about 35 at top speed. And the owner had these hydrofoils installed. We fitted them for him just to keep the boat on plane at lower speeds, and also it means if you've got a full complement of passengers on board, this helps the boat get up on the plane faster and stay on the plane down to lower speeds. It also helps with the steering and tracking and stuff as well, so that's a good addition. But condition-wise, the engine's perfect. We've got one little mark here on the cowling, which whenever the engine's fully tilted up and turned over, it just touches the the swim ladder slightly, so that's just what's caused that, but it's very, very minor. You wouldn't really know. You take a few steps back, you wouldn't notice that. And just pop the cowl here to show you what it looks like underneath as well. So as you can see, I mean, it looks virtually like brand new. There's no corrosion in here. There's no evidence of any leaks or overheating or anything of that nature. Pull the dipstick here. You can see that this oil hasn't been changed yet this season, so that's after a season's running. And hopefully you can see that, but the oil is crystal clear, up to the right level. And the service history, the full service history will come with the boat, and everything was always done by ourselves. We sold the boat new, we commissioned it, we serviced it every year, and it's been stored indoors with us every winter. So you will not find an 08 engine in better condition, and with only 150 hours on it, it has bags of life left in it. The boat's fitted with a little auxiliary engine bracket as well, so this will carry up to a 10 horsepower engine, but a 4 horsepower or a 5 horsepower is absolutely loads for pushing this boat along. Just, you know, if you need one for a backup. We've got the fuel fill point here, stainless steel cleats on either side on the corners, and we've also got this little folding 3-step stainless steel swim ladder. So if you are swimming off the boat or you're doing water sports and things, it's easy to get in and out of it. There's a little moulded step on the transom there as well, which is has, you know, non-skid pattern on it, so you can with the step and with this folding seat back, you can fold that down. Gives really easy access in and out of the boat through the transom. The engine also has a remote trim switch on it, so you can trim the engine up from the transom, which is great if you're using the boat around beaches and things. You know, you're walking the boat ashore, or even just for trimming the engine up and down whenever the boat's on the trailer. It's really handy to have this. Just want to quickly show you the prop here as well. So this is the original propeller. We spec'd it at the time to, it's a 12-inch pitch, to make sure that gives the boat the best sort of performance, the best all-round performance for getting the boat up on the plane, running at speed, even with a full complement of passengers on board, and it's in perfect condition. The shaft's completely straight, the props in perfect nick, and as you can see, the skeg and everything's completely unmarked. So this boat has never had any sort of underwater damage or anything. See, the anode here is in perfect condition. There's a really good sized cockpit in it. It's CE category C rated for coastal use, sort of around the UK and Ireland, and it's rated to carry 4 adults plus gear. So there's plenty of seating in here for all the crew. We've got swiveling helm seats and passenger seats. They're, you know, height adjustable forward and aft and stuff, so you can get a comfortable steering position or seating position at the helm. And then we've got a full width bench across the back here with upholstered seat base and seat backs as well. And it comes up it's pretty decent sort of height. Even, you know, if I'm sitting down in here, you know, you don't feel like you're perched on top of the boat. You're sitting down behind the gunnel, and the raised helm position and windscreen at the front gives you good shelter from the wind whenever you're underway. As I said, this seat back folds forward, so you can easily hop in and out of the boat over the stern. And you can also remove this seat cushion, central cushion, and base, which fully opens up the deck there. So this is great if you're fishing off the boat. You can fire all the cushions into the cabin out of the way, and you know, the decks are totally clear. You can get access right up to the gunnels. The deck is a fully molded fiberglass deck. It's self-bailing as well, so you get 2 big scuppers on either side of the deck at the back end of it. So any water that finds its way into the boat will automatically bail overboard, and it also means you can be, you know, gives you a lot more confidence if you're planning on leaving the boat in the marina or on a mooring. You know that any rainwater that finds its way in is going to bail overboard. There's bags of storage on this boat as well. In addition to the cabin, which we're going to take a look around in a moment, we've also got pretty good storage out in the deck here. So we've got a little storage box underneath the starboard side stern seat. Underneath the port hand side one is where the battery lives, and there's a in underneath here. There's an isolator switch in there as well for turning the power on to the boat systems. And then we've got a huge big locker underneath the floor of the cockpit. It just lifts up. Now in there we've got a built-in stainless steel fuel tank, which has a capacity of 60 litres. So that's going to give you a really good range for that 60 horsepower engine. And it's stainless steel tank. It's made by Galeon. It's got a Galeon plate on there. It's evidence of the high build quality of this boat. and there's loads of storage room in behind that as well. So there's a bilge pump in that compartment, so it automatically bilge out any water that finds its way down in there. And you've also got storage for fenders and ropes and all sorts of stuff in underneath there. The boat has a great little helm position. First thing you notice is this high quality steering wheel. So it's a Galeon steering wheel, stainless steel centre, leather wrapped little wood grain effect in it. It's all in perfect condition. It's got a wood grain effect dashboard here with a full range of marine instruments. So these are all mercury gauges matched up to the 60 horsepower outboard engines. We've got a voltmeter, speedo, tacho, trim gauge, and also a Galeon fuel tank gauge. We've got a little switch panel here for 12 volt systems for navigation light, anchor lights, instrument lights, little dash backlights, bilge pump, and also our depth sounder. So we've got a Hummingbird depth finder over here. It's a Piranha Max 215, and that gives you the depth of water underneath the boat and also water temperature, and it works like a fish finder as well. So whenever I'm sitting down, I get good visibility from the helm position. You get good protection from this one-piece windshield that wraps around the console here, and the throttle and shift lever is conveniently located down at my right-hand side here. So it's proper Mercury Marine unit, and it's all the controls from the steering to the throttle and shift controls. Everything's really nice and light on the boat. It's all working really well. Everything's nice and tight as well. With only 150 hours on it, it really hasn't done very much. It's a nice number. Hasn't been massively overused or anything, but it means that the boat's been, continually kept in use, and everything's been kept running, kept working well. One of the things I really like about the Galeon 485 is that the Helm console is offset to the starboard side, so it leaves the port side clear for a little walk-around access up onto the foredeck and the anchor locker there. So there's a moulded in step here, and then we've got this little walkway which is probably about maybe 6 or 8 inches wide with a moulded non-skid pattern on it. And you can get up to the anchor locker, which is a flat section at the front. So if you're dropping the anchor, you know, to have a picnic, or if you're fishing or whatever, you can get up there without, you know, falling over the side or having to clamber over the front of the windscreen or anything. So you've got safe access up to the front of the boat. You also see it's got the European style bow rails on it at the front there with the low set forward rail section. So if you are, you know, moored up with your nose to a pier or whatever, you can hop in and out, or even on a beach or something, you can hop in and out over the bow of the boat with ease. And again, condition everything up here is really good. You got a handle, a stainless steel handrail here for the passenger seat. We've also got these handrails cut into the teak inlays there on both the port and starboard side for the aft passengers as well. And you can see that the owner's fitted a few little modifications of his own. He's put on these Barton line tamers for tying up his docking lines. There's a full set of dock lines and fenders coming with this boat as well. And another thing he had us do was fit these additional fenders on the side of the boat for hanging, additional cleats on the side of the boat for hanging his fenders and stuff. So, I mean, I think he's got a total of like 8 fenders on the boat, and like the owner was very, very fussy about keeping the boat in tip-top condition, and it shows, you know. We have a sliding perspex door then giving access down into the cabin, and this is all perfect working order. We've got a little lock on here, a little stainless steel handle, and a little stainless steel scuff plate there on the way into the cabin. So we'll take a close look in the cabin now and just show you what sort of space you've got in there, which is surprisingly big. I just wanted to jump into the cabin here to show you how big it is. The boat it's 16 feet long, and you just don't get cabins this big on a boat this size. I don't know how they've crammed it in, but they have. You know, it actually has proper sitting headroom in here. It's got a fully upholstered seat base and seat back as well, which is well positioned to give you a bit of support. So if you had to get it, you're obviously not going to spend hours and hours in here, but if you get caught out in a rain shower and you had to get in out of the elements, you can. You get 2 or 3 adults in here quite comfortably, and these windows are well positioned as well at eye level, so you can, you know, you've got a bit of a view out. There's also a little opening deck hatch here as well for a bit of added ventilation, and we've got a little overhead 12-volt light. There's storage underneath all of these seats. There's 3 storage compartments underneath the seats here, and there's also a little filler cushion that fills in this section in the middle to make this up into like a V berth arrangement, so you could, at a push, spend the night on board. The upholstery and everything in here is in perfect condition. The headlining's in perfect condition. The lights working, all the woodwork and everything is in really nice order. So yeah, I know this is something that buyers of the 485 like, just to give you a little bit of added versatility. And if you have got small kids and stuff out in the boat, it's great that they've got a little space to come in here, get out of the wind and the elements. It means you can do a bit more with the boat. This boat's being sold complete with this SBS single axle trailer. It's also in fantastic shape. It was sold new with the boat in 2008, and it's only ever been used once at the start of the season and once at the end of the season to put the boat in the water and bring it back out again. The wheel bearings, brakes, everything are in really good condition. Tailboard's there as well, and the boat's also got a tonneau cover. You can see the button poppers around here. So it's a full-size tonneau cover, which covers the entire cockpit and the windshield of the boat. And that's what the owner uses to keep the rain out of it whenever it's on its mooring in the river. So that's all included. So it's a complete little package. As I said, the ropes and fenders are there. There's an anchor and chain. There's really everything you need to just go to the water. This boat is a fantastic little day boat. At only 16 foot long, or just under 16 feet long, and about 7 foot wide. It's a nice manageable size. You can get it into the driveway pretty easily. You can get it into most garages as well without too much fuss, and one person can push it around. But whenever you get it out and in the water, it feels like a substantial little boat. You know, it's got high gunnels, it's got a self-bailing deck, it's got a really deep and good sized cuddy cabin, which is very unusual in this size and class of boat. And like I said, the quality of the fit and finish really is second to none. The engine is the ideal match for the hull. 60 horsepower, the 4-stroke fuel injected means it's very easy to run It's very refined as well, it's nice and quiet, it gives the boat a good turn of speed, good performance. So whether you're looking to use a boat for just day trips up and down the river, like this one spent its life doing, or whether you want to use it for fishing or a bit of water sports or whatever, it really can do pretty much everything. So this one's great value for money. Condition wise, I don't think you'll find much better, and all the history is totally impeccable. You know, it's VAT paid when new, it's got a full service history, we've got all the warranty registration documents for the engine and everything you could possibly need. You know, because we've sold the boat from new and looked after it, and it's always been in our shed, I know the boat really well, and I know it's going to give our next owners absolutely no trouble whatsoever. So if you're interested and you want to come and have a look at it, or you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can drop me an email or give me a call or fill out the callback request form on the site, and I'll get in touch with you at a time that's convenient. Thank you very much for watching.